Okay, this is a simple example to start with. So we have set A 1 2 3 4, B is 4 5 6, C is 5 and 6. We have to find A cross B intersection C. First of all, do you recognize these symbols?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what is B intersection C over here?
5 comma 6.
Correct. So that is 5 comma 6, and now we have to take cross product with A. So A cross B intersection C.
1
So
at
just make pairs. Yeah.
1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6, 3 comma 5, 3 comma 6, and 4 comma 5, 4 comma 6.
Fair enough. Sure. So let us proceed. Next, if A is minus 1 comma 1, we have to find A cross A cross A. See, we can first find A cross A. So what is A cross A
Yes,
over here? So A
minus
cross
1
A will be
comma 1
minus 1 comma 1.
and 1 comma
It will be
1.
minus 1 comma minus 9. You're making a mistake now. See, let me just elaborate this. We have A cross with A.
Yes, yes.
So माइनस वन को हमने वन से किया, फिर ये माइनस वन को माइनस वन से भी करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, then we have one with minus one
Minus 12.
and one with one,
Yeah,
and then we have to do A cross A cross A. So see, we basically have to take a cross product of this set and this set.
yes, sir.
तो अब इसमें क्या होगा, देख,
So,
फर्स्ट एलिमेंट है माइनस वन कॉमा वन बराबर फ्रॉम A क्रॉस A, and now we will add the element from A. So first element is minus 1, then
yeah.
we have minus 1 comma 1, and we will add 1. Are you following this?
The, the next one is minus 1 comma minus 1, and then we
तो
will
ये है
add.
minus 1, and then we will add
Yeah,
minus 1,
yes, sir.
again minus 1. Chalo, write this. Then we have 1. So next element from A cross A is 1 comma minus 1. Then we will have minus 1 over here. We have 1 comma minus 1, and we will have 1 over here. Next we have 1 comma 1 and 1, and we have 1 comma 1 and 1. Okay, you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Are you done? Shall we proceed?
Sir, पहला वाला भी लिखना है ना question.
हाँ.
2 minutes, sir.
Sure. So Arush, the next part that we have is types of relations. So there are three types of relations which you have to understand. The first is a reflexive relation. So
Yes, sir.
reflexive relation means if we have one element A which belongs to a set, then A comma A should be a part of the relation. If A comma A is a part of the relation, then we can say it is reflexive for all
Yes,
the
sir.
values of A belonging to that set. For example, let's say if we have a set A 1 2 3. अब यहाँ पे है ना एक थोड़ा एरर हो गया है. This should be set A. So R agar, if there is a relation R which is 1 comma 1 2 comma 2 3 comma 3, then this is a reflexive relation, because the first element of set A is 1, and what does reflexive mean? That A comma A should be a part of R.
Yeah.
So A
Yes,
comma A
sir.
matlab 1 comma 1 2 comma 2 3 comma 3. So all the three should be there. Agar sirf 1 comma 1 hai, then it is not reflexive. Agar sirf 2
Yes, sir.
comma 2 hai, then it is not reflexive. If all the three are present, then it is reflexive.
Yes, sir.
Next, symmetric is actually mirror image. You can remember it as
Yeah.
mirror image. So if A comma B belongs to the relation R, then B comma A should
B
belong
comma
to
A.
the
Yes,
relation
sir.
R. For example, if we have 1 2, then 2 1 should be there. If we have 1 3, then 3 1 should be there. So this is symmetric.
Yes.
And transitive. So if A comma B belongs to R, This is actually a basic property of mathematics which you already know. So if A is equal to B is equal to C, then can we
Then A
say
is equal
A
to
is
C.
equal to
Yeah.
C? So this is a
Yes,
basic
sir.
transitivity property of algebra, and the
Yeah.
same is used here. Same concept. So if A comma B belongs to R, if B comma C belongs to R, then if we can prove A comma C belongs to R, then that is transitive.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for example, over here I've taken this simple example. So 1 comma 2 is there, 2 comma 3 is there, so 1 comma 3 is also there, so that is transitive.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And a relation which is all three, like reflexive, symmetric,
Equivalence.
transitive,
Yes.
that is equivalence relation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you writing this, or shall we now move to questions?
So questions.
All right. See, a function, Arush, is a special kind of relation. So it is a relation which satisfies one condition. So if a relation f from a to b is a function is usually denoted by f. Now you have to
Hmm.
understand this symbolic notation. So from a to b means, like we discussed during relation, if we have arrow diagram like this, set A, set B. Do you remember I told you that the elements of set A will be basically domain, all those elements which
Yeah.
are mapped, and set B will be range. So whenever in question you see this symbol, you have to understand that this is domain, this is range.
Range. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the condition is that every element of set A must be mapped to exactly one element of set B. So every element of set A must be mapped and to exactly one element of set B. For example, this. Do you realize this is a function because from set A all the elements are mapped and all the elements are mapped to exactly one element.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now many students get confused and they tell me that, sir, this 3 is actually mapped to two element. Like there are two arrows from 2 and 4 which are coming on 3. But you have to
Hmm.
understand the focus is always on set A. Like this element 1 is mapped to one element, 2 is mapped
Yeah.
to one element. Sorry, the element is 3.
Three.
3 is
Yes,
mapped
sir.
to one element and 4 is mapped to one element. So focus is
Yes,
always
sir.
on set A and not on set B.
Yes, sir.
Alright, now coming to some types of functions. The first one is a 1-1 function. So from the name itself, it is self-explanatory. 1-1 function means one element will be mapped to one element. One element from set
Yes.
A will be mapped to one element of set B. 1-1 function is
Yes,
also
sir.
called as injective function. Achha, now you have to understand how to prove that a function is 1-1 function. So to prove 1-1 function, the steps are, we'll start with an assumption, let f of x equal to f of y, and if we can prove that x is equal to y, then it is a 1-1 function. So I'll take a simple example. Let's say
Yes, sir.
if we have a function f from R to R, which is f of x equal to 2x minus 3. So we have to check, like in the MCQ, the options are 1-1 function and other types of functions. So we have to check whether this is 1-1 function. So how to check whether it is a 1-1 function? So we will start with f of x equal to f of y. So we
Yes, sir.
have 2x minus 3 equal to 2y minus 3. Chalo, solve this and tell me, will we get x equal to y? You can try this orally, it's
Yes,
very
sir.
simple.
Yes, sir.
So
We'll
what
get
should we
x is
do?
equal to y.
We'll get, right, because minus 3 is
3,
getting cut. So 2x
then
equal
2
to
will get cut,
2y,
and
then 2
then,
will also
yeah.
get cut. So x is equal
Yes,
to
sir.
y. So it's a 1 1 function. Now you might be thinking कि सर ये तो हमेशा होगा. We'll always get x equal to y in such questions. So now let's understand a counter example. So f from R to R, f of x is equal to x square. In this
Mm.
case, when we do f of x equal to f of y, we will get x square equal to y square.
Y square. Yes,
Chalo,
sir.
take square root. When we take square root, what will we get?
X is equal to plus minus y.
Exactly. So this is not 1 1 because x is equal to plus y नहीं आ रहा है हमें. Along with x equal to plus y और एक आंसर आ रहा है x equal to minus y. So this is not 1 1.
Yes, sir.
Right? इसको मैं थोड़ा डायग्राम से भी बता देता हूँ. So basically over here when we talk about real numbers, see if we have minus 2, minus 1, I'm just listing a few real numbers, not all of them. So this is x and this is y, and what is y over here? Y represents function. The function is x square.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, chalo, what is minus 2 ka square?
4.
So minus 2 will be mapped with 4. What is minus 1
4.
ka square?
1.
So that's mapped with 1. What is 1 ka square?
1.
And what is 2 ka square?
4.
So do you realize this is not 1 1 because two elements are mapped to one element?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Now in
Yes,
the
sir. Yeah.
same question, Arush, in the same question, if I just make a little change, let's say instead of r to r, I take n to n. Now what do you think? Will this be 1 1 or not 1 1?
So it will be 1 1.
Correct. Because do you realize
We'll
for
be.
natural numbers the answer will be x equal to y when we take square root, will not consider
Yes,
negative
sir.
possibility. And when we talk about natural numbers, तो ये negative numbers तो होंगे ही नहीं set में.
Yes, sir.
So this will be 1 1. So depending on domain and range from question to question, you'll have to check whether it's 1 1 or not 1 1.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
writing this?
Okay, so I'll write it. 2 seconds.
Chalo, the next one is into function. Into and onto function. See, into function is that function where in the second set there will be at least one element which is not mapped.
Okay, sir.
So you can remember this as incomplete basically. Into the word, if you just look at this into, it looks like incomplete. You can remember it this way. The other one is onto function. See, if into is incomplete, onto has to be complete.
Yeah.
So onto means that every element of the second set is mapped. Onto functions are also called surjective. So you write this much, make this arrow diagram, and I'll then tell you how to check whether it is onto. Because see, we'll not be able to make arrow diagram every time. Arrow diagram is not going to be that helpful every time. In most of the sums,
Yeah.
you'll have to take the theoretical approach. Like for 1 1, I showed you what are the steps. For onto also, now
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is the procedure to prove onto.
What about into?
So if it is not onto, it is into. So I'll tell you how to
Exactly.
check for onto. अगर onto है तो है, otherwise it is into.
Okay.
Yeah.